Alrighty, welcome to day 7. Day 7 of making 3 short form videos a day for 13 days. A little hungover right now, so still gathering my thoughts, getting some caffeine, and actually really enjoying the sun today. It's like a gorgeous California summer day. It's Memorial Day, so a lot of people are out and about. Got some food this morning with my friends. Got some boba, and now I'm gonna go help my buddy film some stuff, and go write and script some ideas for my 3 videos today. Gosh, this really took me a minute to get into what I wanted to talk about today. I think one thing that I want to develop in the skill of like the daily vlog yap style video, just like sharing my experiences, like getting to the point, because I'm not cutting these at all, so it's really forcing me to be like self-aware of how I'm spending my time in these videos and how I'm communicating without the ability to finally curate and edit and like, you know, filter out exactly what I'm saying. So yeah, it's really developing the speaking skill more than just writing a script really well or doing a lot of edits to cut out the junk, basically. But even that was rambly, so I'll just jump into what I wanted to talk about today, which is the importance of showing up on the hardest days. The importance of showing up when it's inconvenient, when external circumstances or sometimes even internal circumstances make it the hardest and make it the least convenient to show up. I really think that showing up on the rainy days, that's how I think of it, you know, showing up on the rainy days matters a lot more than you think. Like a lot more, maybe 100% or 1,000% more than we sort of consider in our minds, because we think it's just another day. And I remember reading an article and a statistic about runners and the amount of runners that, you know, the amount of runners that you'll see on a normal day, a sunny day, versus the amount of runners that you'll see on a slight drizzle will be like 80% of normal. And on the days that it's downpouring, the amount of runners that you'll see is like 1%, right? And wow, I'm like completely losing my train of thought here. There was like a more profound lesson that I learned from this article, from this study or this, you know, statistic or whatever. But I realized that it's not so much that the one day that it's pouring, that is somehow going to make you that much better, because maybe it might just be one day a year. Maybe it might just be, you know, a very rare occurrence. But what I realized is that it's not that one day in itself matters. It's that teaching yourself to show up on those worst days, on the days when it's really hard to show up, that makes you way more resilient, and it makes every other day a lot easier to show up, because you've proven to yourself that you can do the hard shit. And it makes every other day in comparison a breeze. If you think of, you know, the 100 runners, right, let's say, and if you think of the one runner that ran when it was pouring rain, you compare him to any of the 99 other runners. If I had to put money on it, that one guy is the person that I'd be willing to bet could stick with the habit for longest, who could improve the most, and could overall get the best results, because he's proven himself that he can show up when it's hard. And honestly, I learned this from my friend Prosper, who is entering my Uber right now.
Hello.
Samosa.
Samosa. You want some?
Yummy. Yeah, in a sec. Thanks. But yeah, Prosper kind of demonstrated this for me because we worked a sales job last summer, and it was one of the hardest things I've ever done. Some of the hardest work I've ever done. We were working 8-10 hour days outside in Atlanta in the summer. It's like 100, 105 degrees, hot as shit, doing sales door to door, getting doors slammed in our faces, collecting rejections all day, just like going through it. Like, not an easy job by any means. And even in that, like, on those hardest days, on the days when he got no sales, on the days when we were just all going through it, and the last thing I wanted to do was fucking anything. We get home, we'd eat dinner, and this motherfucker would make an Instagram reel or a TikTok and still post it. He would film, edit, post every single day. And since then, it's been effortless for him to show up. Maybe not effortless, but he hasn't had nearly as much like resistance. It became such a part of his identity, from what I understand. I don't know. Do you want to speak to that?
Yeah, 100%. I feel like it became, yeah, you said it perfectly. I don't have much to say.
Yeah. And yeah, I kind of realized that last night because I wasn't planning on posting my daily update, and I wasn't planning on making and posting the 3 videos, but last night at 4 a.m. I made the decision to do it, and I'm super glad that I did, because realistically the only consequence was that I slept a couple hours less, but now, you know, if there's another late night or something else comes up, it won't nearly be as much of an obstacle because I feel like I've overcome a much harder one. And so yeah, I realized this honestly with fitness and track about a year ago, where there was one day where I was like a couple months into my training program, and it just poured snow overnight, like random day, in like October or something, and it was like a foot of snow on the track, and I just felt crazy that day, and I went and I ran on the track with snow on it. Like, I literally got a hurdle and I dragged it like 50 meters in one lane so that I had like a flat area that was like still snowy and icy but a little bit less snowy. And I did my workout, and it was a shit workout. Like, I definitely did not get faster in that workout. But me showing up every day after that was like 10% easier. On the days when it was drizzling or raining or just snowing a little bit, like, I didn't have any second thoughts, any second guesses about showing up, because I showed up on this day where it was like low-key retarded to show up. I had every excuse not to, and I still did, and so I'm realizing, like, yeah, maybe the day itself doesn't matter, but it's sort of this muscle, this act of like doing it, even if you don't necessarily, even if you have every reason not to, almost. But yeah, that's just what I want to talk about today. Definitely rambled again, but kept it under 10 minutes this time. So I'll catch you guys tomorrow for day 8. Later.
Peace.